What is up, fellow troublemakers? Welcome back to Jaja Draws. So it has been a crazy 3 weeks, like absolutely insane. The video I put out last week is something that my son and I had actually almost completed before I had to abandon my life and go do something else, and I'll talk about that more later, I think, probably. Maybe not. You never can tell with me, can you? But this is the first video that I've done from scratch since that moment came. So I was having a moment. Well, thank you, police officers, for having a high-speed chase at 7:52 in the morning on a Friday through my neighborhood. We appreciate your sirens. Anyway, I was somewhat at a loss of what to draw. I was exhausted and I felt a little bit like my creativity had been sucked out of me with a straw. But then two of my favorite YouTubers came to my rescue. One was Drawing with Waffles. She did this super cute drawing on her YouTube channel that was based on lemons, and that kind of got my gears going. But then once I had started thinking about a fruit, I started thinking about strawberries. I couldn't stop thinking about Rachel Maxey. If you guys don't follow her, you should. I mean, first of all, she has fun on her channel. And second of all, she loves you, whether you're new or old. And yes, I'm jealous of that tagline because, it's amazing and perfect and everything's wonderful. And also, Rachel's great. So when I kept thinking about her in conjunction with strawberries, I just decided to go with it, because why not? She's fantastic. I suspect that strawberries had me thinking about Rachel for two reasons. One is she has chosen a glorious shade of red for her hair. And the other is that once upon a time, she did a strawberry dress replica, only she did it for Halloween, and it was orange and covered in bats, which was amazing. But it means that the strawberry dress is kind of linked to her in my mind. Plus, like I said, the hair. And now, a brief cameo from my daughter.
Can I eat straight flowers?
No. Remember how your stomach's been hurting? What?
What about gay flowers?
Oh my god. Yes, you can eat gay flower as long as you get its consent.
So, I feel like it's probably important for me to openly apologize to both of the inspirations for this video. I think partially because I had been busy with other things for so long, and I hadn't been doing a ton of drawing, and partially just because I was tired, and like I said, the creative juices weren't really flowing. This did not turn out particularly well from my perspective. The one thing I was pleased with was when I was trying to figure out the positioning of the body, I blocked out sort of the planes of where the side and the chest and the hips were, and that I was happy with. Of course, you can't see any of that in the finished product, so whatever. But when all was said and done, the hands were weird and stiff. I had actually wanted to do a better job making it look like Rachel, since she was such an inspiration to me, but I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out her face. It was like I had a mental block, and in the end, I just decided to go ahead and be like, okay, she's the inspiration, but we're not going to try and actually make it look like her, because I didn't want to torture myself, and I also didn't want to come up with something super janky looking and then, imply that that's what Rachel looks like because she's so pretty. And when I tried to draw her face, I was doing a terrible job. I'll try again sometime. Maybe I'll try again. I don't know. The other thing that was going on here is that I have not found a good angle to record at. I don't have a very good recording setup, and I was trying to sit in my living room because reasons, instead of at the table where I normally draw. So I had a weird, like, set back angle on everything, and some things it didn't matter so much on, but, like, I don't know, the boob placement is all weird. I'm Suffice it to say that I guess in the end I went ahead and posted this drawing and made a video for it because not everything is going to be a success. Sometimes you're going to have failures, and that's, you know, important to share with the world when you're talking about art progress and the learning process that you're going through. Like, you can't just be like, oh, everything was great and I won all the time and it was constantly perfect, or I was constantly pleased with my progress, because sometimes you're going to have setbacks, and, like, if you're going to be honest about the process, you got to share those. Something that I've been doing when I do digital art, and that I also tried when I did the catwalk style study, is coloring and then doing the line work. And I wanted to try that again here. I think my big takeaway from it here was that I may need to get myself some fine liners that, if not in multicolors, are at least sepia or brown or tan or something like that, because the thing about this was that I wasn't unhappy with the way the coloring went. I think a lot of the faults with this drawing are mostly the sketch underneath that I couldn't improve because, you know, I was feeling stiff and weird. But generally, I felt like the coloring went pretty well, but then the line art, you'll see when we get there, it was so heavy to go with a black liner on top of this pale pastel, like very light and froofy drawing. So I don't know, that's something I may need to think about in the future. I said this before in my Toon Me Luca video. I think what I like about coloring first is that it forces me to be more thoughtful about the highlights and shading, because I'm not relying on the line art to provide definition to, and like say where the bones are or whatever. And so I'm really a lot more careful with my highlights and shading than I am when I've got the line art already down and I put a lot of thought into it. Now, Anne Shirley will tell you that a redheaded person cannot wear pink. And Sinedra, Imperial Princess of Telnidra, will tell you that a red-haired person cannot wear lilac. But despite the two of them being some of my fictional female heroes, I have to say to both of them, ladies, a red-headed person can wear whatever they want. As is proof by this drawing right here. Wear the colors you like and shame the world. My strawberry background is just a little homage to the original inspiration, because Waffles did lemons all over her background. Here again, I feel like I kind of fell short, because she really went for it. Like, she made a lemon wallpaper, and I just put some strawberries back there. I don't know, you guys. It's just been a really difficult couple weeks. Despite the fact that I wish the line art had been in a less harsh tone, the lining went relatively well. Except for the teeth. I somehow made them look like toddler teeth. But that's okay. That's okay. They're very tiny. You can barely see that. Right? Right, guys? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. the last thing I did after putting in the line art was just giving a solid color background, a pale green that I thought would go with the strawberry theme and set off all of the red and pink and everything relatively well. But you guys, it turned out streaky AF. Like, I don't know why. I don't seem to get these kinds of streaks when doing any other kind of coloring, but when I do a large block like a background, I get all of these streaks. So today, for the evil trifecta, leave a comment if you have any idea how to mitigate this streaking factor, because I swear it's driving me crazy. Other evil trifecta call to actions. Like this video if you yourself have ever experienced a moment in life when you knew you needed to make art because it would be good for you, but then the art you made did not satisfy your needs because you were tired and mentally drained. And then subscribe if you want more like emotional honesty with someone traveling on their art journey and trying to learn some stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.